Check, check, check. Yeah, we are back. It's Tuesday. What's good? Tuesday is usually a great day. Honestly, I usually front load the whatever. That's not what we're here for. But I was gonna say I front load my weeks usually. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is usually the most like, and then Thursday, Friday's like, and then Friday's like, okay, like let's party. You know what I'm saying? And then Saturday's like, let's just, let's kind of chill. And then that's kind of how my weeks usually go. So Tuesdays is a nice vigilant day of the week for me. Um, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, really. I guess it kind of does, actually. Maybe it does have a little bit of what we're talking about. Look at God. So this week we're gonna be talking about strategy. So I had to even look up because I feel like I have an understanding of what strategy is, but I really like to try to know what things mean, like genuinely, like literally. Sometimes I just have to literally know what something means, even if I feel like I know what it means. So I still like looked up like what the actual definition of strategy was, and I can definitely read it if I can pull it up quickly. But honestly, like the biggest thing was just okay, yeah, I have it right here. A plan of action or policy. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, a plan of action or policy designed to achieve a major or overall aim. Similar, so these are the synonyms to the word strategy: master plan, grand design, game plan, blueprint, scheme, tactics, program, procedure, approach, policy, plan of action, schedule, this and that, right? So, okay. So just reading that, even just like reading that and the synonyms just also just reframes my mind of like exactly like let's get clear on what even we're talking about. What is strategy? So that's what strategy is. It sounds like a plan. Just having a plan, and I think that it can be kind of a place of privilege. I mean, I won't say like yeah, I guess it can, yeah, sometimes it honestly some aspect is a place of privilege. Like you have to be in a place of privilege to even be able to hold your head up high enough to be able to look around and make a plan that's like bigger than what you're experiencing in that moment or in that day or in that even like place. So there is definitely some aspect of like you have some type of an advantage if you're even at the place where you can take a step back and make a plan, around what you have. Like some people literally don't have the like capacity to sit back and like actually plan out their life. Sometimes life just goes, you know what I'm saying? And that is real. That is very, very real, right? Some of our parents, some of our, like people that we love even, life just goes. Like it's not controllable. It just happens. But having a plan, even if nothing goes to plan, having a plan is if you can do it, if you have advantage enough to be able to pull your head up above the canopy of trees and look around and start to map out exactly where you're going to go and where you want to go and how you're going to get there, making this blueprint, right? If you have that advantage, then of course you should do it. You know what I'm saying? Of course you should do it. Um I think that I no, I think that I'm like somewhere to me, strategy means just making things make sense. I feel like so many of us do things that don't really be making sense for real. You know what I'm saying? Like to our goals or to what we say that we want. I still do a lot of stuff that really doesn't make sense for real. And I'm hoping to grow out of that. You know what I'm saying? Cuz I don't want to I see the ideal version of myself, the like best version of myself as someone that does things very intentionally and does things that make sense to their values entirely. Like 100% no separation between their values, their desires, what they say that they want and what they're doing. Zero type of gap between there. Like I don't want to say I want to be, the most fit person on earth and then my actions be completely on the opposite side of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm slowly inching over and I hope to grow out of doing things that don't actually make sense towards my goals and get me to where I want to go and actually align with like what I say that I want or what I say that I believe in. So I hope that I grow out of doing shit that doesn't make sense for real. But I know a lot of us do a lot of things that really don't make sense for real. Like if you really looked at like everything, like if you had one goal, if you had the goal to lose weight, right? If you had the goal to lose weight and like you know, you had the goal to lose weight, but you didn't make a plan, you probably wouldn't lose weight. And that's pretty obvious. Or I guess that's pretty, that's pretty much a given. If you really don't make a plan, but you say you want to lose weight, you're probably not going to get there because you have no idea how you're going to get there. You have to do something to get there. If you want something to change, there's some type of something that has to be done because doing the same things over and over is not going to get you a different result. That's insanity, right? Everybody knows that quote. Einstein, whatever, right? So if you want something but you don't have a plan, you're probably not going to get there. And then on the other side of that, like if you want something and you have a plan, that means that like you are following a plan. That means you have a strategy. And that means that every action that you take, every decision that you make, it's either getting you closer to your goal, which in this case is losing weight, or it's getting you farther away from your goal. I feel like a strategy to me is not only having a plan and making the plan, like overall, but also in the day to day, in the action by action, in the decision by decision. Is this making sense for real in the context of my goals or where I'm trying to go or who I'm trying to be really or not? Like having that discernment on the little decisions, on the little actions, on the little decisions every day, right? Because of the grand scheme, when you zoom out of like, when you really, really zoom out, the only thing that's there is like a lot of these really, really, really tiny decisions that you make every single day that either got you farther or closer to who you want to be and where you want to be, where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to determine the effectiveness of the actual plan, I feel like, So that's my goal. That's my goals is to get my life and my actions making sense 100% of the time. Or at least like 90. I mean, I'm a human being, so maybe not. I don't know if 100% is possible. I think it is possible, but like I would want to be intentional about every single thing that I'm doing, every action, every decision that I make as to whether it's getting me closer or farther. And I would want to be always on the side of farther. Always on the side of farther. I don't know how achievable that is. This is also maybe an abstract concept, so I apologize, but strategy is a little bit abstract, and that's why I wanted to get clarity by defining it and, like, looking up the definition for myself. But that is how I look at it. It's like, yeah, you have to have a plan that, like, is a bird's eye view of everything, and okay, this is the big picture of things. This is, this is where I want to go. It's all the way over there. This is where I'm at now. This is, I can see some stuff that's in between, or at least what's right in front of me. Like, that's, like, looking at everything that's around you, looking at the map, from like a vantage point or like a bird's eye, that's the strategy. But then the strategy, it's also like it really is in the day to day. It really is in the little decisions. It really is in the little actions. It really is in the little, oh, did this get me farther to where I want to go or not? You know what I'm saying? Or did it leave me in the same place? I feel really shitty when I don't feel like I'm getting better. I feel really shitty when I don't feel like I'm getting better or farther along towards who I want to be, towards where I want to be, towards what I want my life to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel shitty. I feel shitty when I feel like, dang, like did I really get better at anything this week? Like, did I actually make anything better? Did the videos get better? Did the newsletter get better? Did the music get better? Did the marketing get better? Did the freaking did the community get better? Did I get better? Did I get stronger? Did I get, cuz if I'm not getting better, I literally, like, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. There's no in between. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're either growing or you're dying. Like, that's the way that, like, life works. Like, if you looked around at, like, plants and shit, like, dude, if the plant's not growing, that bitch is dying. You know what I'm saying? I hate to tell you, but if it's not growing, it's really dying. So I feel like I'm dying when I am not getting better. And like I enjoy getting better, and I enjoy learning, and like I think that that's a good. I'm really happy that I enjoy learning. Like I'm so happy that such a fucking nerd. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy that I'm such a nerd and I actually like learning stuff. And I'm so happy that I hang out with nerds. You know, because and the thing about this is too, and I want to talk about this maybe tomorrow, because sometimes you're not going to be the one that has the best vantage point. Sometimes you're not going to be the one that has the best perspective, that has the best lay of the land, that has the best, that knows all the valleys, that knows all the peaks, that knows what the best strategy would be, that knows what the best route on the map would be. Sometimes it's not going to be you. You're not going to have every single skill sometimes, right? You're not going to be good at everything, period. Sometimes you need to actually, as someone or have someone around you that has a better vantage point than you, you know, that's a little bit further than you, that's maybe a little bit, just has a different perspective than you, that's a little bit broader for whatever reason. Maybe they have more experience, maybe they just have a different, they're in a different position, that gives them more perspective, or a really wider perspective. And sometimes you got to talk to them. Sometimes they will have a much better strategy than you, because you don't have that. You don't have this perspective. You don't have the bird's eye. You don't have the angle. You don't have the position. You might not be seeing everything. So sometimes there's somebody that's around you. There's somebody that could be on your team or that you work with that has that is better at creating a strategy than you, and that's fine. You don't have to be the best at everything. You're not going to be the best at everything. So get over it. You know what I'm saying? Just get over it right now. You're not going to be able to do everything. You're not. Like, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? But it's actually really, it's actually much better. Like, it's much better it creates the end product of multiple great people being a part of something, and also brainstorming and like checks and balancing each other and bouncing ideas. The end result of that is much greater than just one person. Because imagine if, like, for example, if I would have like if I would have like thought of a name for my brand, and I was like, oh yeah, this should be called like, mouse keyboards, or I don't know, that's not a good name. Spider kisses. I don't know. If I was like, oh yeah, like I love the name Spider Kisses, like that's what I'm gonna name my stuff, like, and then boom, now my brand is called Spider Kisses instead of Krash World, and you know what I'm saying, like I'm trying to be Spider Girl, like I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know exactly where I'm getting, but but I'm trying to get to the point of like, what if you just have an idea that's not really even that good, and it's just you, and you have nobody to bounce it off of, or to really help you improve it, because people can have much, like if you have good like people around you that are like competent and everything, like they'll more than likely have a better idea than you, or they could definitely make your idea better. So it's just always good to like just have people around that are better at you than different things, that have different skills, that have different perspectives, that have different vantage points, that have different positions, that have different, you know what I'm saying? Just different kind of ways that they think, different things that they're great at. So like, that's basically what I'm saying. Cause if you have a bad idea and no one to bounce it off of, then you just run with it. Like, that bad idea could have been much better and maybe actually turned out to be something much greater if you would have had just someone, someone that was better than you, or just had a different perspective that you could bounce it off of. Hey, are you sure you want to call it Spider Fingers, like, or whatever, Spider Kisses? Like, it's not very searchable. If you want to be Spider Girl, it's not very searchable. That's why I changed my name on streaming, actually, because like my friend, who's has like a better vantage point strategy wise, like like was like, hey, girl is not searchable. Like, it's honestly very hard to find. There's like a band called GRL, all this stuff. So like, maybe you should change it. You know what I'm saying? So I decided, okay, bet, like that is actually a very good idea. And so I changed my name. I would have been still not able to be found on anywhere if I hadn't changed my name from just GRL, because that's not very searchable. But Girl Krash, that's extremely searchable. That's very specific. So, that's why I changed it, and now you can find me on everything very easily. But that wouldn't have happened if I would have just had only my perspective, you know, and just ran with that and not had any type of anything, anyone that could just have a different insight, just a different perspective, just a different kind of way of thinking, just a more information, more just something. You know, if I didn't have that, I still wouldn't, you know, be able to be found online. So that's my kind of spiel for today. I think I'm gonna talk about the people part tomorrow with like finding people that are better at you or have more information about something than you, or just having that, because I feel like that can be hard. That is, I think that's like a very, it can be hard to honestly find those kind of people. So maybe I'll make a video about that tomorrow. But this is my talk for today on strategy. I love you guys. We'll see you Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Spaces. We'll be talking strategy. We all had a lot of experience with like our own strategies and experimenting and failing and succeeding and like, you know, so, and also welcome to everybody. I did just recently gain 500 followers in the last month, which is really, really wild actually. Like that's actually crazy. Yes, I did start posting videos every day. Yes, I did start making my content better. Yes, I did start this and that, but it's still like wild though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still wild. It's still like really freaking crazy to actually look at it and be like, "Oh, wow. Like this is going kind of fast, guys." Like all right, man. But yeah, I know it's a slow climb, you know. We're still very small, but we are going to be huge for sure. But anyway, Crash Bro, gang, I'll see you guys Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Again, you can go on the Crash Bro site, krash.world, if you want to stream my single Ride or Die that I just recently dropped just about a week ago. Week ago. Hey, nah, but seriously, I did just drop a really freaking banger record like just about a week ago, and yeah, I love it. So I love you guys. If you want to check it out, you can go to my website. I also have other stuff on there. If you have any business inquiries, again, like we're opening up to helping artists. A few, just a couple artists. We really don't want to take too many people on, or really aren't able to take too many people on, but definitely, you know, marketing help, branding, design, web design work, any kind of like, you know, any work, any help there, I think we can definitely help you out. Myself, Leo Pastel, Jamie Cornelia, we're kind of a trio here, with all kinds of different skills. So definitely feel free to DM me. I can definitely direct you in the right place, or you can also join our group chat, but you have to come to the Spaces first. So you got to get in the Spaces, pass the vibe check both ways, and then we will go ahead and slide you in there. So definitely come through. A lot of you I've already set reminders for it. So definitely do it if you haven't. I will see you guys tomorrow. Gang. Ah. Okay.